No, number and title.
Episode 8. There's something about bumblebees. You know my favorite episode of My Little Pony? It's definitely episode 8. There's something about bumblebees.
We are so tardy to the pony party. We should watch the show.
Episode 8, look before you start your review. It's called Episode 8, Look Before You Sleep. Okay, so this was a rarity-centric episode, which is a rarity.
It's a rarity Applejack episode. They have to have the bonding episodes.
They have to have the bonding episodes between each individual one, and then they also have to have the individual episodes for particular ponies. Persnickety ponies.
So this continues Applejack's arc.
Right, so this continues Applejack's arc of needing to ask for help when she needs it, and this begins Rarity's arc of not being so uptight and controlling. Which, where, you know, Rarity is wonderful in the way she interacts with other people, but it's when she gets to the point where she wants to start controlling people around her for her own comfort that becomes an issue. And so she still hasn't really progressed very far, except in this episode. Because in the last one, with the baddragon.com, she was just gonna steal his shit. She was gonna steal his shit. That was gonna happen. And you don't do that.
You don't steal dragon shit.
You don't steal baddragon.com things. You don't steal things from baddragon.com. But, so this one was the sleepover episode. There's a storm, which I do want to say I really, really enjoy. This is some, like, lore development shit they do. That the Pegasi are in charge of the weather.
And the Pegasi either forgot to have a drizzle last week, or purposely didn't have one because people didn't want one, and they have that option. But that means eventually
they have to balance it out.
The plants have to get watered.
Right. So they had to do a big storm this week, and so that was the whole thing. And so apparently Rarity and Applejack were part of the cleanup crew to prune the tree so there wasn't a lot of damage from branches falling everywhere, which no one does these days, and I feel like that's a thing that should happen.
Well, let's bring these ponies into real life.
Let's bring these ponies into real life.
Equestria Girl style.
Right. So this episode was interesting. It was the first one with a lot of conflict and not a lot of resolution.
And the first one where Twilight Sparkle just seems to be like, alright.
Yeah.
Well, inept for one, but also like, she's happy.
Yeah, she's there.
Usually she's very stressed
and a god.
And a god.
And so in this one she was kind of inept and like, alright. It also showed that she's like very much for book learning and not much for anything else.
If I follow this book exactly, then we can have fun.
Right.
Which we both went.
Yeah, because we were like flirting. We were both flirting with the idea that like maybe we had some Twilight traits, and it was that line where we both went, no.
But Shelby says that that's her.
Yeah. So I definitely. This one was fun, but it was a weird. It had a weird feeling to me because it was the first episode where there was just a lot of conflict, and it didn't get resolved until the very last second.
And not like 100% resolved either.
Yeah, there's like still tension, which is realistic. You're not going to get along with everybody.
I think they might be the ponies with the most clashing personalities.
I think so, and I think they had to address that, and I think that gives them the most time to learn how to live with one another.
Because we're going to have probably more episodes with the two of them, I would assume.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it's really a matter of like, the lesson here, I think, is, like, you can't get along with everybody, but you can learn to live with people. Like, not everyone is going to be your best friend, but that doesn't mean you can't be friends with them.
Yeah.
Which I think is an important lesson to learn
Absolutely.
and to teach to children's. Yeah, this show is good. Before we were watching the episode, though, we were talking, and this is the thing we came up with is, why Why are bronies assholes?
Why has there ever been a person who watched the entirety of
My Little Pony
and remained a bad person? Even just one,
it doesn't
feels
seem right.
difficult.
Because, like, the show is... Like, this vlog, Tardy to the Pony Party, is basically, without the show, just a... If the show didn't exist, it would just be two people who went crazy and started talking about a fake show about ponies.
While gradually
becoming better and happier people.
Yeah.
So this show does exist. And it's leading directly to us having this positive reaction.
Mm-hmm. And it's a show that takes a firm stance against bad people
against
and bad dragons.
And bad dragons. .com.
Retiring that joke.
I don't know. I'll bring it back. But yeah, so but bronies are populated by a lot of terrible people.
The vocal bronies are often
I'm
bad.
not gonna paint with a wide brush. I'm not gonna generalize. But generally speaking No, but like there are a considerable amount of people within the fandom that could be considered toxic.
And how do you watch this show
and remain
without at the very least questioning your toxicity? Because I don't think you're gonna instantly be like, well, I'm good now, but it's like maybe I was bad.
Yeah, maybe I have some things to change about myself. Maybe I have my own little arc to make here. So like that's the thing about this is like it really
doesn't add up. Actually, we're confused by the fact that we know if this show is the show that the bad people watch, and it's a show that's like, hey, never be a bad person. Here's how.
Yeah, it doesn't add up. But then we were like, people could really benefit from watching the show,
and that's when we
realized, that's
where it starts.
Now we start to fall into
this is my question.
The cult-like behavior of.
Here's my question for you, Haley. What's the lesson you learned from each pony?
Depends on the episode.
But like in general.
The lesson from each pony, Twilight is you can't learn everything from a book.
Alright.
You need people in your life.
Yes.
And real experiences. Fluttershy is you don't have to be the bravest, strongest person in the world to make a difference. So long as you have people that believe in you and you believe in them and you can believe that they believe in you.
Mm-hmm.
Rainbow Dash is not everything can be solved with brute force and pride. Humility and loyalty can take you a long way.
Mm-hmm. Applejack?
Applejack is...
it's okay to ask for help.
It's okay to ask for help. You can't do everything on your own. And asking for help doesn't mean you're weak. Rarity is... find the beauty in everything, and don't be afraid to get dirty if you have to.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to.
She's a lesson in compromising.
She's a lesson in compromising, but also in being able to see the beauty in everything. And Pinkie Pie is stay positive, and when all else fails, laugh. That's really Pinkie Pie's thing, is like, stay positive, enjoy the small things in life, and when all else fails and darkness is closing in, just laugh. And that's
I
the
love
lesson.
her.
Yeah. Did I miss any? No, that's all of them.
Spork.
That's right. Spork. His
Little
lesson.
Spork the
his
dragon.
lesson is
Boys are gross.
His boys are gross.
And then the lesson we learned from Princess Celestia is you don't have to do things
To be a mom.
You don't have to ever really do anything ever
No. Why?
in life.
No. You don't even need to read things most of the time.
No, this
can
was our question.
sometimes.
This was our question. Princess Celestia did not seem like a very doer.
Right. Essentially, or ostensibly, Twilight is sending these letters to Princess Celestia. Does Princess Celestia read these letters? Do they even get to her? Did she just... This is my headcanon. Is Princess Celestia
just said burn them?
Yeah, she said, let your dragon burn the letters, and I will get them.
We do see her receive them. We do see a cutaway to that.
Or is that just in Twilight's head?
Now, were Celestia to be reading them? Were she to be receiving them? what would be stopping her from just tossing them?
Or like writing back.
She doesn't write back because
She only wrote back once, and she forgot that Twilight had 6 or 5 friends. Or 6 friends.
Mm-hmm.
She forgot Twilight had 6 friends. She only sent 2 letters, or 2 tickets, because she was like, it's you and a dragon, right? Yeah.
She writes back in the first episode as well.
Right.
She says, "Oh, you should, catalog this for me."
Yeah.
Of the
No,
relationship.
she writes her to go, hey,
That's a really
you
interesting-
gone. Bye-bye.
That's a really interesting hypothesis. I'm curious about that. You do research.
Yeah, please do research. Let us know.
And just, I don't want to help you.
Yeah.
That's a, you got it.
Yeah, let's just write back. Yeah, Ponyville, the people, the peasantry. Go do that, I guess. Twinkle
Twinkle Sprinkle.
Twinkle Sprite.
And then she goes, "Hey, is it Twinkle Sprinkle?" They're like, "It's Twilight Sparkle." And she goes, "Sorry."
Sorry. She doesn't even write a new letter. Dear Twinkle Sprinkle. Is it Twinkle Sprinkle? It's Twilight Sparkle. Oh, my bad. Twilight Sparkle. She just started a letter.
But
What
you know how
an
much
asshole.
effort it takes to throw out a letter?
What an asshole. She's a pegacorn. She doesn't even have
And a horse.
She's a pegacorn. She's a pegacorn and a horse. She can fly, do magic, and is big. What are you fucking doing, Princess Celestia? Go kill the dragon!
She just showed up and she's like, "Hi, I have wings and a horn," and they're like, "Oh, you're in charge of all of us now." She goes, "Do I have to do anything?"
They're like, "No."
And she goes, "Oh, okay, then I accept."
Welcome to the gentry.
Alright,
Oh,
so pony meter.
Pony meter. I don't know. I think I'm probably.
You were 40 last time?
I was 40 last time, but like at this point, I'm like, I think I might have been in a little denial about a percentage. I think I might be halfway. I think I might be 50% Pegasister.
Gosh, that is. Do you usually get into shows this quickly?
No. Because this one is like the fact that we're pacing ourselves to film these vlogs
Is the only thing stopping you
is
from
the
watching
only thing
every
stopping
episode.
me from watching every single episode.
And
I
the
mean,
movie and
like as we've been
Equestrian
watching
Girls.
it, I'm telling myself like I could just watch ahead and pretend like I haven't seen them when I come back, and then I'm like, no, don't do that, because it's just really good, and it makes me feel good, and it makes me learn things that are important for me to learn, and I'm this many, so like. I really like it. Here's the thing is, it's really good, and the thing is, I really like it.
Yeah, I was at 35 last time.
Yeah.
So let's call me 37.
Honestly,
38. Little under 40. Little under 40. A little under 40, Haley? Haley, so I'm just like a little bit under 40. Haley, so I'm like a little bit under 40. Haley, so just like a little, like between 35 and 40? Yeah. Like a good 38. Like Haley doesn't know how to edit 38 and make it look different from 40, so I'm gonna say 40. I'm 40, I'm at 40, she's at 50.
And the cycle is complete.